Hi children, welcome back to our biology class. Today we are going to study about what are the changes happening to the food materials from the small intestine. Our food materials are passing or started its journey from the mouth through the esophagus, then in the last class it reached into the stomach, then after the reception in the stomach it is passing to the small intestine today. So we are going to see what is happening or what are the changes undergone to the food materials from the small intestine. Okay, so watch the video completely without skipping. Many chemical actions are coming in this area, so each points are to be studied very well. Otherwise, if you are skipping, some parts will be missing to you or you will not understand it perfectly. So watch completely without skipping. Okay, so digestion from the small intestine. Digestion from the small intestine. Look what is happening to the food materials from the small intestine. So before saying what are the chemical actions, we want to study something in advance. The initial stage or the starting end of the small intestine is called, look, duodenum, called duodenum. Duodenum means the initial end or initial part of the small intestine. Okay, then from this area some of the changes are happening to the food materials. For that our liver is helping, and also some of the digestive juice coming from the pancreas is also helping. As you know, our small intestine is having 5 to 6 meter length. 5 to 6 meters length. This much lengthy intestine is called small intestine because it is very thin in that structure. Okay, not wider, thin or narrow. That's why it is called small intestine. But it is having this much length and it is located in the abdomen. Okay, there it is coiled repeatedly or folded repeatedly, then it is seen as a fold or coil. Okay, then it is performing the actions of digestion. Then the initial part is called duodenum, then some of the digestive juice from the liver and also pancreas gland. These two will be produced into the duodenum, or that two digestive juices reach into the duodenum through a common duct or through a common pipe. Okay, so digestive juice from the liver is reaching there and digestive juice from the pancreas is also reaching there into the duodenum. So because of this or by the actions of these two types of digestive juice, what are happening to the food materials, that are the first point, that is the first point that we have to study in this area. From the liver only one digestive juice is coming, that is what is called bile. Bile. This bile actually it is produced from the liver and it is stored in a stored in a sac or membrane or a special packet called gallbladder. It is stored in a special sac or membrane called gallbladder. Then pancreas produce what? Pancreatic juice. Pancreas produce pancreatic juice. So we can see what is happening. So with the help of bile from the duodenum, actually the bile does not contain any digestive juices or digestive enzymes. There is no enzymes present in the bile, but the bile is helping for the digestion of fat. Fat will be converted into simpler particles. Look, that is the digestion of fat with the help of bile. So bile help to convert the fat into simpler particles or simpler components or simpler substances. That is the function of what? Bile in the digestion of fat. No other digestive actions taking place with the help of bile. This much only. But one more help is there, that bile convert the food into acidic food convert the acidic food into alkaline, or the actions of the acids are reduced with the help of what? Bile. This is also one of the help given by whom? Bile juice. These two only. So one, for the first one, bile help to the digestion of what? Fat. It help to convert the fat into simpler particles or simpler substances. Second, it convert the acidic food into alkaline food or alkaline material. These two are the helps given by the bile juice from where? From the duodenum. Okay. So we want to see, or now we can see what are the actions of pancreatic juice. That we can see now. Look, first enzyme in the pancreatic juice. Pancreatic juice, first enzyme, look, pancreatic amylase. Short form is only written. Look, pancreatic amylase. First one. Then another one, trypsin. Then the last one, that wait. So anyhow, the starch present in the food materials, look, starch present in the food materials are converted into maltose. Starch is converted into maltose. That is the function of what? Pancreatic amylase. Convert the starch into maltose. Then trypsin. This trypsin convert the protein into peptides. Convert the protein into peptides. Then one more is there that I will write here. Pancreatic lipase. Convert fat into, look, 2 points are there. One, fatty acid, then another one, glycerol. Fatty acid and glycerol. These are the three enzymes present in the pancreatic juice. Which are the enzymes? Look here. First one, pancreatic lipase, pancreatic amylase, then trypsin. Okay. Pancreatic lipase convert fat into fatty acid and glycerol. Then starch is converted into what? Maltose with the help of which enzyme? Pancreatic lipase. Then protein is converted into peptide with the help of whom? Trypsin. Okay. These are the enzymes and these are the changes. Here fat is converted into simpler particles with the help of bile, and that bile convert the food materials into alkaline nature. Okay. So these are the changes happening where at the initial stage of the small intestine. Then after these changes, the food materials slowly enter into the small intestine. Then as the food materials pass slowly through the small intestine, the inner walls of the small intestine also produce some digestive juice. Now these juices are produced from liver and pancreas. After these changes, when the food materials pass through the small intestine, the walls of the small intestine or the glands present in the walls of the small intestine also produce some digestive juice. They are called intestinal juice. Intestinal juice. Then look, intestinal juice is produced from the glands in the inner walls of the small intestine. These intestinal juice contain some enzymes. The enzymes present in the intestinal juice convert look, maltose, lactose, then sucrose, or simply we can say sugar. That is what is called sucrose. It will be converted into which form? Look, glucose, fructose and galactose. That is the simplest form of the carbohydrate. Okay, so maltose, from the mouth, starch is converted into maltose, partial conversion with the help of salivary amylase. From the duodenum, pancreatic amylase convert starch into maltose. That is also similar. Then that maltose is converted into glucose, simplest form. Digestion is completed now. Lactose, that is the carbohydrate present in the milk and milk product. Okay, so that carbohydrate is called lactose. Carbohydrate in the milk, that is converted into again glucose or galactose. Then sucrose present in the sugar cane. Then that sucrose or our normal sugar itself, that is also converted into glucose, fructose, galactose. Okay, now the digestion of carbohydrate is over. Digestion of fat is over from the duodenum itself. Which one? With the help of which enzyme? Pancreatic lipase convert fat into fatty acid and glycerol. That is completed 100%. Next, there are some other types of acids enzymes. They convert protein. They convert protein into, look, amino acids. Convert protein into amino acid. So first from the stomach, protein was converted into peptide with the help of whom? Pepsin. Pepsin, peptide. Sorry, peptone. Then from the duodenum, protein was converted into peptide. First peptone, then peptide. Then that peptide or protein is converted into amino acid. This is the last stage. Now protein is also digested. Now carbohydrate, after digestion we will get glucose, fructose, galactose. All are the types of glucose. Simply you have to study carbohydrate digest into glucose. That's enough. Then fructose and galactose are other forms of glucose. That much only. Biryani, simply we can say chicken biryani, vegetable biryani, fish biryani, beef biryani. These are the types of biryani. Glucose simply, others are types of glucose, like that. Then after the digestion of protein, what we will get? Amino acid. After the digestion of fat, what we will get? Fatty acid and glycerol. Now digestion is over, digestion is completed. Next process, after the digestion or digestion is completed now where? In the small intestine. Digestion is completed in the small intestine, and after the digestion, absorption, absorb the nutrients into our body. That absorption process takes place after the digestion. That is also will be from, or that's also will start from the small intestine. That we will discuss in the next class. Absorption process. Now with today's class, the digestion process is completed. Now the process is what, or which one? The absorption process. That we will see in the next class. Now I think this part is clear to you. First, the digestion or the digestive actions taking place from the duodenum. Then the digestive juices are provided by liver and pancreas. Liver contain bile, or liver produce bile, and pancreas produce pancreatic amylase, pancreatic lipase and trypsin. After that, the walls of the intestine produce intestinal juice. It contains two types of hormone. One type helps the digestion of the maltose, lactose and sucrose, and that will be converted into glucose, fructose and galactose. Then protein, one type of enzyme help for the digestion of protein. Then with the help of that enzyme, protein is converted into amino acid. Then the digestion is completed. After digestion, which are the products formed? Which are the products formed? They may ask you. So you can say glucose is formed. One, glucose. Second, amino acid. Amino acid is formed. Third one, fatty acid and glycerol. Fatty acid and glycerol. Glucose is the end product of what? Carbohydrate. Amino acid is the end product of what? Protein. Then fatty acid and glycerol are the end product of what? Fat. That much on. Okay. So the end product of which item is this? That is to be studied. Carbohydrate, after digestion, glucose is formed. Then protein, after digestion, amino acid is formed. Then fat, after its digestion, fatty acid and glycerols are formed. Okay. So with this we can wind up today's class. Then digestive actions taking place in each part of the digestive tract is to be studied very well. Otherwise you will be confused. Then such questions, confusing question may come for the examination, but you should be thorough with each point. Then no confusion at all. Okay. So study very well. Then be punctual. Make your own short notes. Then use that repeatedly. Then study very well. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.